today I'm going to be showing you how to book yourself for the Microsoft certification exam. As many of you have been sending me questions around how you actually go through that process, and some of you have been getting issues. So let's get all of those issues resolved in this session. So in essence, just make sure that you're on the Microsoft Learn page and just click credentials. So under here, this is where you see all your different Microsoft credentials. So your applied skills. I've done some videos around the applied skills. Let me know if you need more videos on how to book for an exam on the applied skills. What we're really focusing on today is the micro certification. Now, the micro certification, this is what you want to book your exam for. So once you get here, you just need to say browse certification. So once you say browse certification, you can see the different micro certifications. And over here, you can filter based on whatever area of interest that you're looking at. But for the purpose of this example, we are just going to select the Microsoft 365 fundamentals. So once you click the certification, you can see the details around the certification, like a course overview, right? And you can also see the content that you need to go through in order to prepare yourself for the particular exam. If you scroll down further, you can see that this is where you can take your assessment, or this is actually your practice assessment, just to see how ready you are for the exam. And you can also get a demo experience of the exam through this. But what we're really interested in is here. So on here, this is where you select, you start booking yourself for the exam, right? So firstly, select the countries you belong to, as there's different prices for different countries. Now, because I'm in South Africa, I'm just going to say South Africa. So you see the price has actually went down since South Africa is actually cheaper, if I may say that. And then schedule through Pearson View. So normally you'd book your exam through Pearson View, unless there's certain reasons within your country that prevent you from actually doing that. So you'd say schedule Pearson View. So on here, you would then be prompted to put in your details, right? So for what's very important is that make sure that before you populate the state, select the country, as the country filter prevents you from putting in your state, essentially. So I'm going to populate this, and we're going to come back once I'm submitting this, and we can see what's the next stage. Okay, now we are back. I've essentially populated my details, and I'm going to click submit. Okay, cool. So once you've submitted, this is when you get the option to say this is the exam that you're booking for, and you can either write in person or you can write online. I highly recommend writing online unless you don't have a good internet access or you don't have a good computer. Rather do it in person then. But to say, so the booking process, whether it's online or in person, is relatively the same. So you just need to have a computer, testing space, ID, and all of that. So if you would be writing in person, they will give you the set of instructions, right? So once you see those instructions, you can then say next. Cool. So now you need to select the language that we should be writing an exam. So just say English. If yeah, you prefer writing in English, you can set whatever preferred language you'd like to write the exam in. And once you click next, it processes the information. So now here, this is where you need to sort of agree to certain requirements. So just make sure that you read this. Obviously, I've read this thing multiple times. So just read this and agree. Click next. Exam policies. So it's just a set of exam policies you just need to agree on. You can't write the exam without complying or agreeing to this. So, but if it's your first time booking the exam, just make sure that you read and check that you are actually comfortable with whatever that they're saying. So they will tell you more about the exam cancellation policy. So remember, you can't cancel the exam within 25 hours. So if it's before 24 hours, you can still cancel or reschedule. But once it's within the 24 hours time range, you can't really reschedule or cancel your exam. So just keep that in mind. So once you've clicked all of that, you say agree. If you've agreed to anything, what is the languages you prefer? The proctor. So this is the languages you need sort of prefer your proctor. Your proctor is someone who's going to be watching you during the exam, essentially. So English is fine. We're going to click next. Okay, now you need to confirm the time zone because this is my time zone. I'm in Johannesburg, Africa, and then you just say it's right. Cool. Now you need to specify the date you're writing the exam. Right? Let's say I want to write the exam this Saturday. Right, cool. Then they'll give you certain time. So if you're happy with this time, you can say book this time appointment. But if you want maybe additional times to explore, you can see what other times are available. I can like, okay, cool. I mean, early, or maybe I want to write it slightly late. So I select that. And then I say book this appointment. So once you say book this appointment, it's going to be based on whatever time that you have selected in essence. So now you can see, okay, cool, you need to book for this particular exam, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they sort of telling you when the exam is going to be booked and all of that. Now we are going to proceed to check out. So you can see the total cost. Now, because the organization I work for usually gives me 50% discount by default, it has just been halved into that. So I'm going to say proceed to check out. Cool. So once you get to checkout, now if your organization does not give you a discount, that's fine. You can go down here and put your payment details, and then yeah, you can make your payment. But if you've got a discount voucher, right, that you've been given, what's very important is that you need to remove this promotion code firstly. Once you remove this promotion code, now you can see you've got the full sort of costing. And if your organization usually gives you vouchers to sort of get a discount, you just click on add voucher, then you paste this and apply. You can't apply a voucher if there's already an existing discount, so just make sure you clear that one out. And I think once you've done all of that, you can then say next, and then the rest of the process is very easy because I don't want to book for this exam. This is where we're going to end. So essentially, this is the process that you go through when booking for your Microsoft Azure certification exams.